Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Cara Shirley, and I am your digital news desk host. Had some technical difficulties yesterday that interrupted a little bit of our newscast here, but we got everything up and running as it should be now. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Whether you're watching on our website, WLBT.com, or our news app, we do appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, love that you're tuning in from there as well. Make sure that you leave any comments that you have in the comment section. You can ask questions, you can leave thoughts, or really just anything within the comment section during these WLBT Plus, because it is kind of a interactive newscast. Today is going to be a little shorter than normal, but remember at 2:30 today we do have our WLBT Plus. Oh, sorry. Our first alert weather team is going to be in here on WLBT Plus to talk weather with you guys, let you know what we're looking at as far as the tropics over the next few days, our forecast over the next few days. So you want to make sure you're here at 2:30 for that. We do also have an update for you today on a ruling that was denied in the Gregg case. We spoke with DA Jody Owens yesterday regarding some issues that they've been experiencing at the Hinds County Courthouse. They're going to talk to us about that. Or we're going to talk to him about that, show you where we talk to him. And then we're going to look on a story about a little girl that passed away. Her name was Novah Rose, and we're going to talk to her mother today and remember Novah Rose. Before we jump into the news, though, let's go ahead and take a look outside, see how it's looking over the Mississippi River right now. So we're looking at our here we go. We're looking over at our Riverwalk Casino camera, and it's a beautiful day outside there over the Mississippi River. It's a warm day here, of course, but it is looking quite beautiful there over in Vicksburg. Let's take a look here in downtown Jackson as well, see what we're looking at. Remember, you can always check out our sky cams on our website, WLBT.com. Click on First Alert Weather in the tab, and then you'll be able to find the sky cams there. Gorgeous day here over downtown Jackson. Really kind of picturesque looking with the blue skies and the clouds, and just a pretty day all around outside. Looking here on our Facebook stream or our social media stream, we got Mia McIntyre, great name, saying hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are tuning in, let me know where you're watching from, what city, how you're watching, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube. Whichever it may be, let us know. If you are watching on our app or our website and you want to join the conversation, we suggest you jump over to YouTube and check it out there. We appreciate it. Sharon joining in again from Louisville. Hello. Carrie Smith here is from Scott County. Hello, Carrie. Thanks for tuning in. And of course, Sharon here from Louisville. Hello to you, Sharon, as well. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. Oh, well, Joey Spivey's watching in Braxton. Give you guys a second to tune in and to watch. Talk to me, right? Janet here saying hi. Hello, Janet. Really appreciate you guys commenting and let me know where you're watching from. Remember, if you have any questions or any comments or anything over the stories, feel free to put them right there in the comment section. Love that. So let's now look at what happened yesterday with a ruling for Gregg. You know, she was back in court. Well, her attorneys filed an appeal to the state Supreme Court wanting to block an attempt by the prosecution to order a mental health evaluation for Carly. So her attorney, Kevin Camp, you may recognize that name from the Beth Ann White trial, but Kevin Camp argued that the evaluation would prevent him from formulating an adequate defense. He also said that prosecution attorneys should not be able to request the evaluation because they believe that he plans to rely on an insanity defense. So Gregg, as you all more than likely know, is charged as an adult with murder. She allegedly murdered her mother the beginning of this year in March. Her name was Ashley Smiley, and attempted to murder her stepfather, Heath Smiley, by shooting him in the shoulder. So her trial is set to begin next month. WLBT will be following this trial and following it along with you guys. But right now, the state Supreme Court denied the appeal that was filed by her attorney. So the prosecution can now get a mental health evaluation for her. We'll continue to follow that, let you guys know what happens with it. So, told you about Jody Owens looking to try and get some kind of reimbursements on some things that he says his office paid for with the grand jury in the courthouse. So he says that he spent tens of thousands of dollars of his own money to cover grand jury expenses since the jury can no longer meet at the Hinds County Courthouse due to issues with the roof. So Jody Owens is saying that he hopes to be reimbursed through his office's reserves and seizure funds, but he says those funds have largely dried up. There have been large barrels in multiple areas of the courtrooms, in the grand jury room, the law library to collect rainwater. And now Owens is asking the Board of Supervisors for help.
And we've talked about the roof. We have gone to the board at least 20 or 30 times. We've appeared and we've talked about the roof and the leaking. We've given tours to this administration and the previous administration, showing them how pathetic the office looks. So 2 weeks ago, I went to the work study and I asked for the board once again to step up like the previous board and not only vote for it, but actually deliver.
So Owen says that the DA's office will work with the county administrator to get these issues on the agenda for the next meeting of the Board of Supervisors. Let's look again at the video that shows the barrels that are there in the courthouse. Let me look at the holes there. Those are holes in the ceiling tiles there. You got that big barrel. Looks very unpleasant, not really something you would want to work around, really. So hopefully they are able to get these issues resolved, get them before the board, and either get the roof fixed or whatever it takes to get this issue resolved. We'll continue to follow that for you. Told you yesterday about a woman in Pearl, a Pearl woman who pled guilty to a fraud scheme that earned her more than $1 million from the COVID-19 Paycheck Protection Program. So let's see. Court documents that we obtained here at 3 on Your Side shows that Robbie Reese used 2 of her businesses to get COVID relief money. She owned AG Pro Transit Service, which provided rides for people with special needs, along with AG Professional Tax Service. So investigators said Reese filed fraudulent forms on behalf of those companies to get sick leave benefit credits. They say that her companies never actually paid sick or family leave to any of her employees. And in 2 months' time, they say that she obtained more than $1.1 million. That is a lot of money. Investigators say that she used the money to buy 3 luxury vehicles, a large truck, and a house in Pearl. So Reese is scheduled to be sentenced in November, and we're going to be following that court case. But $1.1 million in just 2 months, 3 luxury vehicles, a large truck, and a house in Pearl. So we're going to follow that, see what she gets sentenced to. I believe we said yesterday that she is looking at a possibility of up to 40 years in prison for this fraud scheme here. So we'll follow that along for you guys. And we told you yesterday about a body that was found in Ridgeland. It was found in the woods over there yesterday. So I'm getting my buttons mixed up. I apologize. Let me turn that down. So shortly before 10 a.m., police were called to Rice Road, where the body of a badly decomposed man was found. I know it was located about 50 feet from the wood line, across the road from the Mississippi Craftsmen's Guild. So let me get this pulled up for you here so you can see exactly where this is. So this is the Ross Barnett right there, the res. We're going to scroll in right here. So this is the approximate location, the yellow box of where the body was found. We've got Pelican Cove right here. You got Cock of the Walk over here. If we zoom out, you can see you got the Natchez Trace right here. So this is the location of where the body was found. And again, it was about 50 feet from the wood line across from the road from the Mississippi Craftsman Guild. Turn that down again. So, Ridgeland Police Chief Brian Myers says a surveyor made the discovery. I couldn't believe or imagine being in his shoes. The chief says the man appears to have been in that location for a little over a month. And of course, the identity of the individual will not be released until DNA testing is completed. So we're going to follow that. And as soon as we find out who that is, who it was that was found there, we will let you know about it. Now, before we go into the last story, remembering Novah Rose, we're going to do a quick look at our forecast. Not a big in-depth look, but do a quick look for you. Let's look and see what we're looking at right now as far as temperatures. Actually kind of pleasant out there, especially when you look at these temperatures versus what we had to or have been dealing with this week. So we're looking in the 80s there, really all across our viewing area. Very pleasant outside. If we look at our current radar, you can see that we have no rain chances in the forecast, no rain on the radar. And if we look at our 12-hour forecast, again, you see no rain chances through the day, but we will actually drop down into the 70s overnight. So hopefully it'll stay pleasant all day. And if we look at our next 7-day forecast, see, we got some rain changes that pick back up next Monday, but until then, we're looking at mid-90s, 0% chance of rain, 70s at night. I mean, really is some pleasant-looking weather conditions out there over the next few weeks. But we'll have our First Alert weather team in here at 2:30 for you to tune into and get the full details on our forecast as well as the tropics and what we're looking at over there. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Novah Rose. So, Novah Rose, a 4-year-old little girl that lost her life. She battled with an illness her entire life. And unfortunately, doctors could not seem to diagnose it. We told you a lot about her story a while back. Well, she spent much of her time on much of her life rather, on a machine that helped keep her alive. Her mother said that she passed away peacefully on Tuesday. So, born at only a 6-month gestation, Novah had to have a tracheotomy inserted into her neck so that she would be able to breathe. And for much of her life, she's been inside the Children's Hospital where she would require around-the-clock care. Unfortunately, though, on July the 8th, things took a thing for the worse, and it's something that Novah's mother says that she will never forget.
Find out that she had staph in her bloodstream. The source of the staph was the brovia that was in her chest. The doctors tried to remove it, but come find out she had a blood clot right there in her heart.
Well, that's it. So doctors were unable to safely remove the blood clot, which led to Novah Rose's death. And this Saturday, the family is going to be hosting a balloon release ceremony in her honor. Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with that family there. Such a sad situation there where she lost her life. If you are friends or you want to send any good thoughts to this family, your family with this family who lost Novah Rose, you want to be there for the balloon release, we'll get that information on exactly when it is and let you guys know about it there. Well, I told you today was going to be pretty quick on WLBT Plus, and it is. So that is the end of WLBT Plus now. Make sure you're tuned in at 2:30 to talk with our First Alert weather team and hear about what's happening in the tropics and what is going to be happening over the next few days, a more in-depth look at our weather forecast. I will be back tomorrow at 1, so I hope you guys join me then. Have a great day and get outside and enjoy some of the nice weather that we are actually experiencing here during the summer of Mississippi. Bye, y'all.